Hey everyone, my name is Bottletop Hornet and welcome back to Minecraft. As you can see, we're starting today's episode off a little different because I wanted to do a little bit of a informational video to start off with. Because I know that there are a few of you who are watching who possibly haven't beaten the Ender Dragon and definitely haven't gone out and done the endgame stuff in the Outer End Islands. So for those of you who have, this should only take a minute. So if you saw my last video, you would have seen me fight the Ender Dragon. But once you do that, there's actually a lot more to be done out in the End Dimension. As you head back to your end portal and teleport back to the central island that you just fought the dragon on, you'll find that a gateway has generated. If you move up to this and secure the area around it, you can throw an ender pearl into the central block and it will teleport you far, far out to the outer end islands that surround this central one. And this is where all the preparation work that I did in an earlier episode pays off. Because from here, what we're looking for is an end city. And to find one, well, for now, I just tend to pick a random direction and start walking. Sometimes it can be very difficult to find, but eventually, if you don't die, you will stumble across something that looks like this. In these cities, you'll find enchanted diamond armor, tools, as well as a lot of resources like iron, gold, diamonds, emeralds. But there are mobs in these cities called Shulkers. Now, these little boxy boys are one of the best parts of Minecraft, in my opinion, or more to the point, what they drop is. Because you see, two of these shulker shells, when combined with a chest, will give you a shulker box. And these boxes change the way you play. Like, completely change. Because you see, each one of these shulker boxes takes up a single slot in your inventory, but what makes them special is when you place them down, they act like a chest. Which means you can fill this up with anything just like you would a normal chest, 27 slots of inventory, but when you mine them and pick them up, it still only takes up one slot in your inventory while all of those things stay inside it. So this really opens up how many items you can carry or collect in one go. Now, I got lucky here because the first city that I found had a boat attached to it, which is where you'll find one of the other best items in the game, the Elytra. With these wings taking the place of your chest piece and the help of a few firework rockets, you'll be able to take to the skies. Now, with the Elytra, you go from being able to see and move relatively short distances easily to being able to go anywhere you want super quickly. It really opens up your world and makes exploring and even building like 10 times easier. And like I did when I was preparing, if you're able to get a mending book and an unbreaking 3 book and throw them on the Elytra as soon as you get them, that means you can fly for long periods of time, and every time that you kill a mob or gain experience in any way, it'll fix your Elytra and you won't have to worry about them breaking on you. Now that that's out of the way, we can actually get on, my little studio here, we can get on with the rest of the episode. What I think I'd like to do for this episode is actually upgrade beyond the diamond. Now that I'm back and I've got some good enchantments on this, I sort of don't want to lose it. And the harder I am to kill, the less likely that is to happen. So I think, with a bit of the TNT that we've managed to find in our travels, we already have 2 ancient debris actually from the first time we were in the Nether. I just randomly found them. I don't think I talked about that on camera though. But with this TNT, it'll give us a good start into doing some TNT mining for our ancient debris. So I think what I'd like to do is get enough netherite to get these 3 pieces converted into netherite armor. So that's 3. 3 of these tools at least as well. So that's 6 pieces. And then I'd like a couple left over for eventual secondary pickaxes and anything that I might like to convert, like a second pair of armor or maybe even a chest piece. So that is a lot of netherite, and I'm not sure whether we'll be able to get all of it now. As long as we can get a few started, I'll be happy enough. In the meantime, probably off camera, now that I have this Elytra, I will be doing a little bit of exploring. Because as you can see, getting around not just our island, but the entire world is a lot quicker. Heading out to places like this is so much quicker now. And this is something that I really love to, sort of the point that I like to get to in Minecraft, where I have shulker boxes, I have these elytra. Why am I upside down? And it means that gathering materials for doing, terraforming on this island is going to be so much quicker. And I can go out with a bunch of shulker boxes, fill them up, and get everything that I need. Now, that being said, that is actually the plan. Once I'm kitted out, and once I've got myself all the resources that I need, I'd like to do an episode, sort of like a megasode, where I go through and I completely convert the landscape of these islands into something more like what I envision. Probably remove most of the sand and create some sort of sweeping cliffs and higher areas, better building platforms for me to then decorate and make this place look pretty fancy. But I am distracting myself just thinking about that. I'm going to get myself prepared and ready. I'm going to grab the stuff that I need to get some netherite, and then we're going to head into the nether, get ourselves down to a far lower level, and see if we can find some netherite. Oh, well, we need to do a better job at making sure no mobs can get into that portal. My goodness. Oh, I thought I was dead. I put my diamond chest plate on, thinking, oh yeah, it'd be better to have more defense when I go down searching for this ancient debris. And of course, I nearly fell off the edge of this platform straight into the lava. Whew. Okay. Let's quickly head back and grab some stuff to repair this area. Alright. Well, oh man, I have the worst luck with mobs, I swear. Anyway, for now, I think our safest bet, because I think this area here is a fair chunk of land and doesn't really have many lava lakes around it, is to probably just dig straight downwards here. Not straight down, but diagonally. And use that as our first sort of mine to get ourselves that netherite. So I'm just going to pop on my F3 mode so I can see how deep I go, and we'll get ourselves down to the appropriate coordinate. I do want to grab as much of this magma? What's it called? Yeah, magma block as I can, because eventually another thing that I'd like to build is a gold farm. And this stuff's perfect for that. See, this is why I love shulker boxes. Okay, so I've gotten down to Y level 12. Now, some people prefer Y level 15, but a YouTuber that I actually watch, Pixel Riffs, who does the Minecraft Survival Guide, has recently just got himself a full netherite beacon. And he found that the longer that he mined with TNT down here, he realized going a few blocks lower than 15 meant that he was less likely to expose lava from above, and he still got a decent supply at the same time. So we're going to go with that. I think that's a good idea for now. And I mean, we're not getting too serious, so hopefully with our TNT that we've got, plus the stack in our ender chest, we should be able to hopefully expose a few pieces. So I'm going to dig myself a tunnel, a fairly decent length tunnel, and we'll set up some TNT and blow it up. Well, we've already proved that this direction's not the one to go. I'm just going to pop this on anyway, because I'd hate to get caught in lava and lose what I've got. So what I might do is pop on the chunk borders here with F3 and G. And we're pretty close to one there, but I might pop in here and we'll follow this chunk border so that we can sort of get into one of either chunk like, so that we can sort of blow up part of each chunk. And I'm pretty sure that they generate a certain amount per chunk. So, I don't know, it might give us a chance of getting slightly more. We'll see how we go. Okay. Turn off these chunk borders. Light the fuse and run. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's a good amount actually, straight away. So we know we have fire resistance on for another 4 minutes. And we've got a couple more in my ender chest as well that I can use if I want to. But we have exposed some there. And a little bit up there. Not amazing, but we'll mine this up, see if there's any hidden away in this strip. And then we have 28 more TNT, which will get us a little bit. Well, all in all, with nearly a full stack of TNT, we only managed to grab 4, which is enough for 1 netherite ingot. Oh dear. I think next time I'll probably go more central to a chunk so that we can expose what we can from 1 chunk at a time rather than trying to dip into 2. It's a little bit greedy. But if we want more of this in the future, we're definitely going to need a gunpowder farm. So I'll pop up back to where we started. And instead, I think we'll head straight down this direction. Now, we don't have that much TNT left over. So it might just be that this pickaxe has to get a workout and... or we could just find some like that. That's not bad. But yeah, it might just have to be some strip mining to get what we need for starters. But we'll see what we can get with the rest of this TNT. Well, that's it. Come on. Doesn't look like we have much luck with that one. At all. Well, it is the rarest material in the game as far as I'm aware right now. So it's not really surprising, but in the past I have had some decent luck with this method. Most people have eventually found that TNT tends to be the best, but so early in the game, it's hard, without some decent farms, like mob farms, to get the resources. It's kind of hard to have enough TNT to make a worthwhile attempt at it. But I think I might go back and grab what gunpowder I have left, while being careful as we search for a little bit more along this way. And we'll have another crack. There we go. Look at that. This could work too. And as you can see... Oh. I was about to start saying... As you can see in my inventory here, it actually does work. I have done a lot of digging since that last clip, because I figured it's just long, boring stuff. I don't really need to talk through it. And over here, I've actually done quite a bit of strip mining. So after all that effort, I did get a few more. There's actually a little bit more back at the base. So I'm going to head back there, cook up this this stuff that I've got in my hand, and we'll see how much ancient debris we've got. Not ancient debris, netherite ingots. Okay, well, this should be, yep, just about done. Now, I was counting how much I'd gotten as I was going, just to make sure that I didn't end up with one spare, because my OCD can't handle that. But with these 16... Hello? With these 16... What is going on with this boat? Oh my goodness. Oh, that's great. That is... Oh my goodness. That boat is becoming a running gag on this Let's Play. I tell you what. Can I push them? Come on. I wonder whether I can move them somewhere and like keep them permanently. Anyway, there is Enderman everywhere. Oh my goodness. So, I think that means, look at that. That is enough to make 9 netherite ingots, which is a full block. Might even turn it into the block just for the sake of it. But, if we grab the gold to go with it. Yep, perfect. So, man, I need to clear out my inventory. 1 second. If we pop over here, there it is. Yes. And just for the sake of it, one of the rarest blocks in the game. Full netherite block. So with that, I think a lot of this stuff is ready to be converted into netherite. That helmet is, if I just look at the enchantments, yep, I'm happy to convert that. So, netherite helmet. These boots are also perfect enchantments for me. Other than eventually we'll probably get a Soul Strider, I think it's called Soul Strider. Soul Speed? Yeah, Soul Speed 3 book. And chuck that on there, but netherite boots. Pants are boring as far as enchantments go, but that. And we'll also do the chest piece because why not? Convert our main pickaxe. Our sword as well. We can add more enchantments onto that later, I think. Might want to make it sharpness 5. And we may as well make this as well. With that, we have 2 extras for possibly some more netherite picks so that we can go mining for a decent amount of time. Hey, look at that. I didn't realize that that had been updated, so it's no longer cover me in diamonds, or is it? How do I go through this? It's been a while since I've gotten myself into the advancement screen. Not that. Where is it? Here. There you go. Ah, is there another one for diamonds? They must have changed it. It used to be cover me in diamonds. That's cool. So, hey, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're definitely getting into some end game gear. This is great. So I know that if I've got this stuff on, actually, let's have a look. I know this is a bit weird in front of these two, but let's see how much damage these guys do. Half a heart. Wow. Hopefully that means that we that we won't die again to an Enderman in this series. Although without the chest piece, it's obviously going to be a little bit different. But at least we know we have that there for when we're in situations where it's a little bit riskier. But most of the time I will have the Elytra on instead. That looks more like it. Nice. Another thing I did notice while I was cooking up that last ancient debris is we can actually knock off the beat the dragon. So we're starting to get through some of our earlier goals. One of the things that I'll probably do next episode is a bit of exploring, and I want to do a massive gathering of resources, because I have plans, as I said earlier, to completely renovate... I should sleep. To completely renovate the... oh, there's a lot of people out here. The island. Renovate, I mean to say terraform. I sort of want to change it so that it's not all these sandy beaches and come on, shh, quiet. I'm trying to talk. I don't want to really have these sandy beaches. I actually prefer the idea of these islands sort of having like cliff faces, as if the ocean has slowly worn away the interior and stone has fallen down and created these little waterways around the island. And just thinking of that, that's going to take a lot of stone, and I want to make sure I have a lot of grass for filling in the tops, as well as some other bits and pieces like cobblestone and andesite as well, so that I can properly texture it. Might even gather a decent supply of leaves and vines, so that I can really make it look alive. So I think that's going to be my plan for next episode. For now, I'm pretty happy with the fact that we have this netherite armor and gear. Makes me feel a little bit more secure in myself and being able to survive. I'm glad that I've got full protection on everything now. The next thing I probably want to do is get myself a silk touch villager so that I can create more high-end pickaxes. Because when you start to gather large amounts of materials, this one pick... I swear I heard some walking right next to me. This one pickaxe is definitely going to run out. I want to be able to go out for long periods of time with shulker boxes and gather as much as I need. But with that being said, we'll pop these... see, I do have this pickaxe here that once I put silk touch on that, it's actually the exact same as this one as far as enchanting levels. So we'll put the extra netherite ingots in there. We know that we can combine it with that one, and we've got room for another tool as well. If we need more netherite later, then we know how to do it. We know that it works if you do strip mine. But I think the next time we go looking for it, we might actually have a mob farm set up, so creating large amounts of TNT could be a little bit more viable. So with that out of the way, I think I'm going to end the episode. It's a little bit shorter than most of the ones that I've done so far, but I feel like I'm starting to get the hang of putting together these episodes in a way that makes a little bit more sense for me filming-wise. Because in the past, I was just sort of filming everything without any goal, and I'm starting to get the hang of it. I do apologize if anybody has been waiting for this next episode. I know it's taken me a while. I've had a bit of back pain, and it makes it hard to sit down for long periods of time and edit. And this episode particularly has been a bit of a difficult one to edit up and work out how I wanted to get things moving. But with that being said, I think I've got things under control, and I'm looking forward to filming the next episode. And with that, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy this episode, leave a like and comment. Let me know what you thought of it, and I do hope you take care of yourselves. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.